If God says not to complain, who can we complain to? Let's talk about that. With me, Mario!
Wow.
Good morning, beautiful people. It is Friday!
Wow, what was
I
that?
don't know. Anyway, good morning. So, this Sunday at 9:30 is 101 class, and this Sunday at 11 o'clock is worship service. And then we have a meeting afterwards at 12:30. All that on Sunday. So, complaining. What do you really get when you complain to another person? First of all, sometimes when we complain, it's really gossip. Because we complain to another person, and gossip is, even if it's true, if it hurts their reputation, then we shouldn't be saying it. The Bible actually says to go to the person and see if it's true or not. If it is true, then you help them. If it's not true, then you dispel the rumor and you don't pass it on. But 9 times out of 10, our complaining is about another person, which is really gossiping, which hurts their character. And then the other 1/10 of our complaining is usually about a situation or a circumstance or maybe something we did. And does it really help to complain? Sometimes we feel like it helps, but there's 2 ways to complain the right way, which is just weird to me since God said don't complain. But if we're going to take our troubles, if we're going to take our burdens, if we're going to take our complaints, if we're going to say anything to anybody, it should be with God. Because A, God can change people and change situations and change circumstances more than we can. B, he centers us of maybe not complaining out of hate or jealousy or rage, and calms our heart and calms our direction in what we're thinking about and talking about. And he can forgive us if it's the complaints about us or the things that we're doing or maybe the lack of faith or lack of other things in our life. So one way to complain or to get rid of your burden or get rid of your worry or get rid of the things that are bogging you down is to go to Jesus. 100%. Now, there are ways to complain with another person if it's confidence and accountability. Such as I talk to my wife about things, and I know I can trust her. There's an accountability. She won't spread everything around, and she helps me get through it. Or if there's a counselor that is deemed to keep their tongue or to keep it in and not talk to anybody else about it. But we could talk through those things, and that complaint can actually turn to something good or something encouraging or something that we need to change. The only 2 ways that I see in the Bible that is okay to complain is to God and to a person who's not going to spread it, because then they can help you out. They can encourage you. They can shoulder your burden with you. It's when we complain out in public, when we complain about our spouse, when we complain our job, complain about our friends, complain about our enemies, that really hurts our character and hurts the character of the other person. And it hurts our trust. Nobody really wants to trust us if we're actually complaining about other people. What do you think they're doing behind your back when they're complaining to you? And so, Psalms actually solves that problem. Psalms 142, verse 1 and 2 says this. And this is good wisdom. I cry aloud to the Lord. I lift up my voice to the Lord for mercy. I pour out before him my complaint. Before him I tell my trouble. So literally, if you're having trouble, if you're having complaining, if you're having burdens, God actually wants you to talk to him. But typically, we go to him last. We tell everybody else, or we tell our friend, or we tell our neighbor, or we tell everybody else, and then, when it's not done, we go to God. I wish we could flip that. Every time we have a complaint, or a trouble, or a concern, we go to God first, and then He'll direct us on how to do those things. So, my encouragement for you today, are you complaining too much? If you are, stop it. Go to God first, a confident second, and just sit back and see what God does. Have faith that He will help in trouble. I love you. Jesus loves you too. You have a good Friday. I'll see you Sunday. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.